Hi, this is Christian Loyer from i-nexus, and today we will talk about the W process. The W process is a catchball process consisting of 5 steps where the senior leadership teams interacts with the middle management team to achieve a strategy execution plan. It is called a catchball process because the senior leadership team throws the ball to the middle management team, who then throws it back to the senior leadership team, and so on and so forth until the end of the W process. And as a consequence, before we start, I will divide the W process in 2. Steps 1, 3, and 5 relate to the senior leadership team. For sake of simplicity, I will refer to them as SLT. At the bottom, steps 2 and 4, we interact with the middle management team, which I will refer as MM. The starting point of the W process is a strategy development exercise. So indeed, before we start the W process, we are assuming that your organization has some sort of vision, mission, or as we call it in Ocean language, a true north. Once you have that vision, mission, or true north, step number 1 with the senior leadership team is to break down that strategy. What this basically means is that together with the senior leadership team here, you identify the 3 to 5 years breakthrough objectives, and from those breakthrough objectives, your annual goals. For sake of simplicity here, I'm going to refer to breakthrough objectives as BO and annual goals or annual objectives as AO. Once step 1 is completed and the senior leadership team has identified the 3 to 5 years breakthrough objectives and annual objectives, it throws this down to the middle management, which will then run step number 2. In step number 2, the middle management will then refine those annual objectives, but also identify the improvement priorities to achieve those objectives, and also identify the metrics that they are going to measure to prove that we are making a difference with the strategy. Again, for sake of simplicity, improvement priorities are referred here as IPs. Improvement priorities, by the way, could be projects, actions, just do it, list of initiatives that you put in place to achieve your annual objectives. Once middle management has finished with step number 2, the process then goes to step number 3. So the ball is thrown back to the senior leadership team, and here the senior leadership team will then review and prioritize the plan. Once step number 3 is completed and the plan has been reviewed and prioritized, it is sent to middle management again for step number 4. Here, the middle management will start to charter the different improvement priorities. A typical exercise here would be to start writing down project charters so we understand what we want to do with the different initiatives, what is in and out of scope in those initiatives, who's going to take part, by when, so timelines, risk and issues, and action planning is what we do in the charter initiative step. Once that is completed by the middle management, we send the ball back up again one last time to step number 5, where the senior leadership team will then review one last time and sign off the plan. Once the plan is signed off, you can then move on strategy execution, which I will define as StratEx. So there you have it. This is the W process in a very high level view. In each one of those steps, we have defined exactly what steps need to be done, what deliverables need to achieve a strategy execution plan. Thank you very much for watching, and happy strategizing.